Hey everybody, thank you for joining me. Today it is a beautiful, beautiful day. Check out the beautiful sky here in the Judean hills. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. This is going to be short for a good reason. I have to go pick up my son from school. I decided to work home today, and I'll tell you why in a second. But I get the pleasure of seeing my kids come home from school and picking them up from school. Like, unbelievable. That's what life's about. Hey, John, it's not about working hard and being in work every day. It's working as hard as you can, but enjoying life and enjoying the special people in your life, like your children. So I'm blessed to have worked home from today. Hello, C. Castor from Ohio. Hello, Vicky. Hello, L. Carrington. So, thoughts of life and death. This is deep, folks. This is really deep, but I'm going to give you a little bit of Jewish thought. And I'm not going to go high into like really high thoughts. I'm going to break it down. It's really simple. First of all, I had a really rough morning. Well, a good morning and a rough morning. The good part of the morning is my wife and I are planning, and we met and had meetings to plan for my second son's bar mitzvah. Any of you not familiar with the Jewish custom of a bar mitzvah, that is when a boy turns the age of 13. In Judaism, when a boy becomes 13, he becomes a man. What does that mean? Well, in Judaism, becoming a man means that he is now responsible for his own actions. And everything we educated our boy for 12 up to year 13 was education. It means he can smoke that thing. I don't know what that's talking about around there, okay? He's being educated, but all of his actions are really the responsibility of the parent, because the child is still a child. When he does good things, or when he does bad things, it's the parent's responsibility, because the 12-year-old, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc., until they're 12, is still the responsibility of the parent. But when a boy turns 13 or a girl turns 12, okay, Judaism appreciates that girls mature earlier than boys, all right? Fact. Yes, I'm a proud Jew, Zachariah. That all of a sudden when a girl reaches 12 or a boy reaches 13, they now become responsible for themselves. They are responsible for their own actions to be the best person they can be. This guy's serious? Like, oh, it's horrible. Is this a legal age of responsibility? Or it's the religious age of responsibility. Therefore, again, let's say that there is something a Jew is not supposed to do. If a 12-year-old boy does that, then it's the parent's responsibility when he did something wrong. But when the boy is 13 or 14 or older, it's now that boy's responsibility. He is responsible for himself. So that God I'm not talking about no choosing. You, Zachariah, I don't know what you're talking about. The Jews are the chosen people in order to do what he told us to do. All people have an equal place in this world. So I don't know what liars you're talking about. Teaching responsibility at young ages, yes. So that's what that's about. That's what the bar mitzvah or the bat mitzvah is about. But it's a huge thing. You are preparing your child to become responsible for themselves and understand the importance of responsibility. So it's a big deal. So if you're a religious Jew, then you prepare your child, your 13-year-old boy, to read in the synagogue, to read the Torah portion in the synagogue. Some children study a year, some children study half a year. It's a lot of studying involved, and it's preparing them to become an active participant in the community. There's also that responsibility. It's not just being responsible for their own actions, but educating them to be responsible member of the community that they are a part of. In any case, really exciting, a celebratory moment in life. So my wife and I started our day planning our son's bar mitzvah. Really exciting stuff. Then we went to a different meeting. Age of circumcision is 8 days, when a child is 8 days old. And we could talk about circumcision another time. You're from Russia. Wonderful having you, Angelina. Hello, Laura from Wisconsin. Thank you for everything. You got it. Can you tell me what season Jewish is in now? It's the spring season. That's it. God bless you, too. Tell him about the ruling banking elite. Rob, sounds like he's off his rocker. big conspiracy person. Do you have to be born Jewish? Do you have to be born Jewish for what? Elaborate your question, I'll answer you. Okay, that's one. Shalom. So, just joking, bros. Okay, I didn't take that as a joke, but fine. Tell us the rest. So here we go. The next meeting we had in Judaism, when somebody dies, right? There is some beauty, there is some beautiful understanding of the psyche of man in Judaism. When somebody dies, then why are you trying to preach? I'm not trying to preach, I'm trying to teach. I'm just trying to teach universal messages to people. I'm not trying to preach. I respect all of you. Folks, just to make things clear, I respect you as a Christian, as a Muslim, as an atheist, as a Buddhist. Be whatever you want. Okay? I'm just bringing you into thoughts about life and death from the perspective of Judaism. Okay? That's it. That's all I'm doing. If you want to listen and learn, that's great. And be who you are. I'm not trying to change any of you. I respect all of you. I hope you respect me. That's it. Okay. Legal age of responsibility in Israel, totally different issue. In terms of responsibility in the law, different issue. Do people convert to Judaism? Yes, people convert to Judaism. One of the major differences between Judaism and all other religions is that Judaism does not actively convert people. Not only that, when people ask to convert to become Jews, we are told to say no. You don't have to be a Jew. You can be the great person you are. You don't have to convert to be a Jew. Only after someone approaches a rabbi 3 times and says, I want to convert to be a Jew, and the rabbi said no, no, and no, and he says again, I want to be a Jew, then the rabbi agrees to convert him. We are not active converting people to Judaism, because Judaism believes that we were chosen by God to do what we're supposed to do, and everyone else was chosen to do what they're doing. We're not chosen to be any better. We're just chosen to be responsible with the commandments in the Bible. That's it. But everyone else could be the best person they can be without being a Jew. Here we have someone cursing. All right, so that's the basic 101 of Judaism, and a difference between Judaism and every other religion. We don't believe everyone should be a Jew. If someone says to me, Avi, I want to be a Jew, I say, you don't have to be a Jew. Be the best person you are. Okay? So that's about that. Anyway, I was going into death. When someone dies in Judaism, the family then has a mourning period. There is a week mourning period, there is a month mourning period, there is a year mourning period. There are different religious rituals involved at those different stages, at a week, at a month, and a year. This morning, my wife and I went to a house of mourning. A house of mourning lasts for 7 days. The family of the deceased sits in their house. They don't leave the house, and people come and visit. People come and bring food.
You know what Stein is?
Yes, Stein v'mashu. People come and visit them. Now think about it. It's unbelievable. For a full week, they don't leave their home. And people from the community, friends and family, come and visit them to comfort them. There is even a rule that you're not supposed to start talking to them. You're supposed to wait till they talk to you, because it's very uncomfortable. You don't know what to say to someone who's mourning. I have no clue who that was. some neighbor who I never saw before. So this morning, my wife and I went to this mourning house. Now, what's the tragedy, folks? This woman's husband passed away. He was 50 years old. He was in great shape. He worked out. He did exercise. He ate healthy. And he had a heart attack at the age of 50, total suddenly. And now this woman and her son, a 4th grader and 10 years old, are now alone without their husband and father. What am I trying to tell you, folks? Tell us about the migration of a lot of Jews from Europe and around the world back to Israel. Rob, I'll tell you about that a lot of the time. Not just from Europe, it's Jews from China and Jews from Yemen and Iraq and Saudi and Egypt and all those places, and Morocco. But so death, folks, guys, death is a part of life. Death is a part of life. It's a scary part of life. A very, very scary part of life, but it's a part of life. So here I spent the morning where we're celebrating life, preparing for my son's bar mitzvah, a life celebration, and right away went to deal with death and sudden death and tragic death. It's one thing. It's one thing when an old person dies and they lived a full life. When someone dies tragically under tragic circumstances and suddenly, that's devastating. But you know what Judaism teaches us? And again, I'm not preaching, I'm just teaching. Take whatever you want, but I'm trying to give universal messages here. Judaism teaches us that we are here to live, to celebrate life. Take advantage of every moment. Take advantage of your loved ones. Don't take anything for granted. You wake up in the morning, Jews are supposed to say, thank you, God, for giving us the breath to breathe. I'm not making a joke. That is one of the blessings. Correct, Kelly. It's called Shiva. Thank you. One of the blessings we say in the morning is thank you for giving us the breath to breathe when we wake up in the morning. Every little thing, do not take for granted. You never know when death will come. And again, it's something to be scared of, but it's something to understand. It's going to come one day. But it's not to be afraid of. It's to understand, even though death will come one day, make sure every moment you are living until that day comes. Let's go, all these haters. Make sure every moment until that day comes, you are making the most of. Celebrate life. Celebrate your wife. Celebrate your girlfriend. Celebrate your children. Spend time with them. Enjoy their company. Don't take anything for granted. Judaism teaches us to be appreciative. Judaism teaches us to be thankful. And again, I'm telling you from my life learning of Judaism, but I'm sure your religions also teach that. But it is so critical, folks. Again, it was a happy morning and then a sad morning. But even though it gets depressing a bit, we have to learn through what we're experiencing. And the biggest lesson when we come across death is after we feel that sadness of the tragedy of the death, then look at your loved one, take their hand, give them a hug, and tell them how much you appreciate them, and spend time with them. Don't get caught up in work and money. Work in order to make a living and to be successful, but don't let that take over your life. It is your wife, it is your children, it is your family, it is your close friends that makes life worth it. Not the money, because believe it or not, when you die, the money isn't going with you. None of it. It's staying here in this physical world and your soul continues on. But if when a person dies, the love and appreciation that he gave over to his loved ones, that remains. Maladay, definitely. Make sure you tell everyone every day how much you love them. I am a huge, huge proponent of saying I love you to those people in your life as much as possible. It's never too many times to tell the people you love that you love them. Don't make them guess. Don't make them assume. Give them that love and show them that love. Your wife, your girlfriend, boyfriend, your husband, your children, your parents. You never know when our breath will be taken from us. Take advantage of the little time we have in this world to show your love and appreciation, because we are here, again in Judaism, we are here to celebrate life. It's about celebrating life, being happy. Family is so important. Channel like ours, bless the man who has a quiver. Amen, handmaiden. I love that. Thank you for sharing with us. You are a patient man answering our questions. You got it. Sylvain, God bless you, Avi. Thank you, and God bless all of you. I know some of you had questions I didn't get to answer, so if you guys have more questions, you can ask them now. You got it, Sakro. The big question, didn't God forbid you to have your own country? Mumbai, you know not what you talk about. The Bible, even the Koran says that Israel is the land of the Jewish people, that God gave it to the Jewish people. So you start learning your own religion. Even Islam says that Israel belongs to the Jewish people. But that's a totally different issue. I missed some other questions. Am I on every day? I try to be on everyday Periscope. If you're not following me on Periscope, you can, or on Twitter, or Facebook, or Snapchat, or Instagram. I am AviAbelow all over the place. What time does the Seder start? Oh, John Army, good questions. Who will teach this boy? It's a very sad question. Very, very sad question. He will have his mother. He will have his community. באיזה התנחלות אני גר? כן, אני בהרי יהודה. זה בגוש עציון, גבר. בגוש עציון. Hey, and I'm here to pick up my kids, folks. That's unlucky. Because hello, yeah. I'm here to pick up my kids, so I'm gonna go. I'll answer all your questions another time. Thanks for joining. Thanks for loving my scopes, handmaiden. Thanks and shalom from Pakistan. Great, always pleasure having you from Pakistan. We are here to bring unity in the world, including Jews, Muslims, Christians, all of us. Batzlacha, toda gever. Geveri, en li musag yem eta gever isha. Let's go. I'm out of here. It's time to spend time with the kids. I love you. Give me a kiss. Do I love you? Yes. Yofi, come on, let's go, Avichai. We're out of here, folks. Take care. Make it an awesome day. Shalom, Louisville, Kentucky. Am I a Zionist? Yes, I'm a Jew. Anyone who's Jewish is a Zionist because Zion means Jerusalem, and Jerusalem is part of Judaism. So any Jew who says he's not a Zionist doesn't know what Judaism is. The second you're a Jew, Israel, the land of Israel, is part of our Judaism. Take care, folks.